What's going on, y'all? It's the Kid J Nolan here. Hey man, before we get into anything in this video, make sure that you like and share it. Make sure you subscribe to the channel so you get all updates. Hit the post notification bell. Alright y'all, let's get into it.
Nobody told me how lonely being a man is. I had closer friendships with random women I met in the bathroom before I transitioned at clubs because of how open women are than I've had in my 8 years of transitioning. Because women are just so much more vulnerable and deep than men. But to have known, and I think a lot of trans men feel this, is we knew what depth felt like before we transitioned. We knew what it felt like to have people want to hug us. And to have people want to talk to us. And to have a community. And then you transition and you're just a guy walking down the street that people cross the street so that they're not near you. And friendships are so much harder to build. And people are colder. What's hard is none of this invalidates how real and raw women and people who are in marginalized groups feel about cis white men. All of that's valid. But I also now understand why the suicide rate is so much higher in men. Because this shit is lonely. And I'm an emotionally mature man. I know how to build friendships, and it is still really, really hard. Try to think about how you can, in your small little community where you feel safe, can reach out to the men in your life and just help them feel maybe seen for a moment. Or do little conversations to help their emotional maturity so that they can reach out to people and have deeper guy friends.
Alright y'all, so we're going to talk about a real serious subject today, okay? I seen this video of this trans man, which is basically formerly a woman, grew up as a woman, born a woman, has made the full transition into a man, has full beard, deep voice, the whole nine, right? Basically stating that nobody ever told him that being a man was going to be this hard, this lonely, right? Not able to form bonds with other men, not able to have those same type of friendships that you were accustomed to having when you identified as a woman. I'm gonna be fully transparent in this moment. I know there's a lot of straight people out there, so-called cis men and women, that probably look at this footage, probably look at this tape, and are probably laughing and chuckling to themselves like, this is what you signed up for, now deal with it. I'm not necessarily on that side of the fence, but I do want to take some observations at what it is that he addressed in this video, because I want women to hopefully take note of the fact that things are different for men in society. And this is coming from a white male identified perspective. You know what I'm saying? So these are the people that are typically looked at as those in power, those that typically get everything that they want and probably live the most frictionless life other than the friction that they create, right? And it's very interesting to me because a lot of men that were in the comments, especially black men that ended up sharing this and putting this out, they can deeply relate to what it is that John is saying in this video, but they're saying it from a comedic standpoint. They're basically saying, welcome to manhood. Now it's time for you to man up. Welcome to my experience when I was a teenager or when I was a preteen, when I had to face the world and understand that nobody cared about my feelings, right? This is what the men were saying. They were also saying, wait till bro experience his first real heartbreak from a woman. That shit gonna change him. Just wait till he gets into it is what it is territory, right? We have one perspective of the trans man who's feeling distraught, crying, going through this awakening period of, damn, I made this transition over to being a man. Now nobody gives a fuck how I feel. All of those vulnerable moments that I was able to have when I identified as a woman, nobody wants to hear that shit. Nobody wants to deal with that shit. You're not gonna get the hugs. You're not gonna get the love. You're not gonna get those texts of support on random days like the women friends used to. Y'all encourage each other, have an actual friend group that cares about you on a day-to-day basis as homies. I could go weeks without talking to some of my guys, you know what I mean? And it's not because I don't care about them, I don't know what they're doing. It's just that we all dealing with things on our own. We all got to find time, to be amongst ourselves, clear our own thoughts. Some of my friends, have therapists that they're dealing with and stuff like that. Me personally, I have my music career, I have my YouTube that I'm doing, and I completely manage everything in my life single handedly. As far as my business, as far as my music, as far as every element of the actual business side of things. Nobody ever takes those things into consideration when it comes to your time, when it comes to how you feel. Are you somewhat sick? Do you have a headache? All of those things, and I feel like sometimes these are the things that get overlooked in the male experience, right? Nobody gives a fuck. Get up and go. Do it. Take care of your family, take care of your responsibilities. That is what you get. That is what you sign up for, whether or not you signed up for it. So in John's case, he actually had the choice. He actually went through the process of saying, this is what I am, this is what I want to be. And I hope people out there can maybe empathize with John and with men in general. There's a lot of fucked up men in this world. So for anybody out there that feels like I'm not going to sympathize with you, I don't care, I understand where that comes from. I understand that there's a lot of trash men, there's a lot of abusive men, there's a lot of just reckless men in this world, but there's a lot of tender-hearted men in this world too. There's a lot of soft-spoken, even-keeled, balanced, really chill guys that nobody checks on. Nobody outside of your mother, your aunt, or your grandma, anyone outside of those three people in your family typically don't give a fuck about what you're going through. And when you voice that you're going through something, it's like you're strong, you'll get through it. Which, of course, we all need that reassurance. We all need, to understand that we still have to endure. But as men, we don't really get breaks. We don't get to turn off, right? That's what this gentleman here is now experiencing coming to the other side of the fence. Now, there's been a lot of people that have written articles. There's a lot of people that have made other videos. And again, they come from the stance of this is what you signed up for. Now go through it. And I totally get that. I totally understand it. And to a certain degree, that is just what it is. But there also is a video where somebody on TikTok actually reached out to him and said, hey, people are spreading this out everywhere. They're saying that you're having regrets about transitioning. What do you say to that? John basically says that he does not regret it. He doesn't want people to misconstrue his words, but he has no further explanation other than the fact that, he doesn't want to talk about it. But it does seem that he's not done going through the transition. He's not done going through the process. It's not something that necessarily is a regret, but just a damn, I came into this not knowing the full spectrum of what it entailed. Now, in a recent event, we've also seen similar sentiments from Demi Lovato. During the pandemic, I believe Demi came out and expressed that Demi wanted to be known as was they or them. Demi Lovato has now made a recent announcement saying, I will now be identifying as she, her again, because it was too much to explain to all of you dense people. Basically saying, y'all were not accepting my pronouns. Therefore, I don't feel like having to stop and have a full explanation conversation every time I talk to somebody when I tell them, don't call me her or she. So now she's going back to it. What I will say in connection to all of this is that we're putting a lot of emphasis on how people are being identified. And I think that's important in society. But I think that this is starting to overshadow just basic humanity. What you're born as when you come into this world, it does have a certain level of definition over you, but it truly doesn't. At the end of the day, you are determined by the contents of your character and what it is that you do in this time while you're here. So whether you're male, female, they, them, he, she, whatever that entails, that's not the sum of who you are as a person. And I would really challenge a lot of people out there to really understand that. On a day-to-day basis, people are going to see you as what they see you, whether that be any of the pronouns that I mentioned before. But the impact that you're going to leave on this world is by being kind, by being loving. If you're generous, if you're partaking in philanthropy, community service, if you have children and your children love you, does your family love you? Do you show love to all of those people just as they give unto you? Those are the more important factors in the human existence, in the human experience. And I think we need to start honing in. I won't say start, but we need to continue fostering environments to hone in on those things most importantly. I don't care what your orientation is. I don't care what you identify as. I don't care if you get surgery done to get a different sexual organ implanted into your body. That's your prerogative. I really don't want to know that you did that either, honestly. But who are you when I meet you and I shake your hand and I look you in the eye and introduce myself and you do the same? What impact are we going to leave on each other in those moments? If you don't know how to answer that or you don't foresee how you affect people in that way, I think you should probably focus more on that than this front-facing persona. And I'm gonna leave y'all with that, man. Let me know what y'all think down below in the comments. Be sure to like and share this video. I hope this is a learning lesson for people. That's what I want my channel to focus on more so these days. I'm not really trying to partake in drama. We're gonna address it. We're gonna talk about it, but I wanna always give lessons at the end of my video. I'm not the most profound person, but I think if we can speak love and life into people more so than anything else, I think we'll be all right. Again, much love and respect. If this is your first time seeing me on YouTube, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Hit the post notification bell for all updates, and I will see y'all on the next one. Peace. Beautiful people, thank you for tuning in. I hope that you enjoyed the content. Make sure that you're liking and sharing these videos. Make sure that you're subscribed to the channel. Hit the post notification bell so you get all updates. For all of my artists, my artist managers, songwriters, producers, etc. If you need a little bit of extra help with your career, man, make sure that you visit pengameelite.com, okay? That's my website and my community for all upcoming rising music creators. I got 2 books on there, the Pen Game Portfolio Volume 1 and 2. They're going to give you a lot of insights into the music industry, how to monetize your career, how I make my money off of music, because I am a full-time artist outside of doing YouTube videos. If you need some direct help, you can also book a consultation with me on the Pen Game Elite website. And I also have a Pen Game Elite membership. The free tier gives you access to all of these videos that I post on YouTube and a community of people where you can engage. But I do have the membership plus, okay? You can join that for $50 a month or $500 a year, and I will actually go in and do all of the grunt work for you. If you're not registering your songs on your PROs, if you're not with Song Trust or the MLC, if all your collection agencies and all of that stuff are not up to par or up to date, I will go in there and update all of that for you. If you need help uploading your music to a distributor like DistroKid, United Masters, etc., and you've been making mistakes, you've been claiming content ID on material that you really don't own, hey man, stop stealing people's money. If you do this stuff the right way, you're gonna make it anyway, okay? You can join the membership plus, and again, I will do the work for you, and you're gonna get a free consultation every month just for joining. You're also gonna get the 2 books for free soon as you join the membership plus. All right, much love and respect. I'll catch y'all later. Peace.